Alright guys, today I'm going to be covering the long overdue Anime Vanguards Update 5 tier list. I'm going to be going through the meta changes and the meta shifts, the game breaking units and the game changing units in Update 5 of Anime Vanguards. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and watch the whole video. Alright guys, let's go ahead and start off with Dante here. Dante is meta. He is a ridiculous unit. If you have Deadeye on him, his best trait, he just keeps critting over and over again and keeps giving himself multiple attacks. And with 3 Deadeye Dantes on the field, you're outputting thousands and thousands and thousands of DPS. So if you want a cool little, I don't know, maybe free-to-play unit, I would say he's a free-to-play friendly unit that will carry you through a lot of events. You want to probably get Dante and get Deadeye on him. It is his best trait. He is built around crit. You want Deadeye on Dante. I'm gonna be putting the units passives on the screen so you guys can read them here, but this guy is ridiculous. Next up, we have Hercule. Hercule is kind of the same way. You want Deadeye on him as well. Every time he crits, he's buffing all allies in range by 10% attack, and if they're Dragon Ball units, he's buffing them by 20% attack. So yeah, he's a support unit. If you guys want to put him in Z+, you can, but he is what he is, a support unit. All right, before I go on to the next unit, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm only going to be going in depth with the Dragon Ball units and the Update 5 units in this video, but I will be putting up the full tier list towards the end of the video, and I'll probably do like a little time lapse of that so you guys can see where everything goes and get a really rough idea of where the meta is now. Now, mind you, I'm probably not going to put everything in exact order in these tiers, so just take that with a grain of salt and just know that where I put them, godly meta, is just based on that unit's strength and their passive and how they are performing in Anime Vanguards right now. Let's get back to the video. Next up, we have Virgil. Virgil is kind of like Dante, but instead of crits, he actually gets an extra attack when he attacks enemies who are slowed, stunned, or frozen in time. So as death, Gojo alt, Dio alt, if he attacks those units that are under any of those status effects, he will get an extra attack, and that extra attack builds up his DT gauge, and then he gets a doppelganger. Once he gets a doppelganger, that doppelganger repeats the exact attack that he does in any spot that he attacks at. So if the doppelganger spawns all the way in the back of the map, he's still going to hit whoever Virgil hits. Virgil is a crazy unit with incredible DPS output. Then both of these units are both battle pass units. So if you guys want just 2 units that you could just slap on your team and be ridiculous, you want to get Dante and Virgil, and you want to roll on these units. They made these Devil May Cry units insane. So make sure you guys get that battle pass done. And if you need a battle pass, just comment down below. I always give like 1 or 2 battle passes away in my videos, so just let me know. I'll pick a random person, I'll give away a battle pass. It's whatever. All right, next up we have Boo. Boo is the newest unit, and he has a transformation mechanic in the game. Now what Boo does is every time he kills an enemy, he gets these candy stacks. And when he gets those candy stacks, when he gets 50 candy stacks, he'll be able to transform. He transforms into the next Boo evolution. After he gets 50 candy stacks in that evolution, he transforms to the next one. After he gets another 50 candy stacks from that evolution, he transforms to the next one. After he gets 50 candy stacks in that one, I think he gets 1 more transformation, I'm not too sure, but at the end of his transformation, when he gets to Super Boo, you can sell him. After you sell him, or not Super Boo, Gohan, after you sell him, he turns into Kid Boo, and you can upgrade him again, and he has ridiculous DPS output on single target enemies, which is really good. Boo is a really versatile unit because he gets a new passive every time you transform him. His first passive gives you a stacking effect where you can build up your damage every single attack. His second upgrade gives you summons. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to confirm those ghosts he gets on his second upgrade, they do come out at the second upgrade, and they do damage that is 70% of Boo's damage. I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Then his third upgrade, he turns into a support unit, Boo Piccolo, and then he begins to buff all Dragon Ball allies and give them crazy crit support and damage support. He's really good. And then when you transform him one more time, he gets a passive. Every time he kills an enemy, those enemies explode, doing 50% of his damage. So he has a lot of damage coming out in a whole bunch of different ways. Boo is one of the best units that came out of this update, so he is a must get. Make sure you get Boo. Next up in meta, we have Vegito. So Vegito does a lot. They actually start out as Goku and Vegeta, a switch tag unit. What that does is every time Goku or Vegeta attacks, they build up their gauge and then they can switch. And once they switch 13 times, they can fuse into Vegito. But if you don't have that 13 times, you can opt in to use Goku's Spirit Bomb effect. What that does is when you're switched onto Goku, you can click his passive, his active skill, and he'll start charging up a Spirit Bomb for 3 minutes. Once that goes off, he hits the whole entire map with a map-wide nuke that kills everything. But if you don't do that, you want to go into Vegito, you switch into Vegeta, you get your 13 swaps up, switch into Vegito. Vegito does a whole bunch of damage early on for the first 40 seconds of battle. Then he gets a range buff and an attack buff, and then he ruptures. He ruptures all throughout Vegito. He completely stops bleed. He's a great utility unit and a great DPS. Vegito is one of the best units in the game. It's kind of difficult to get him out sometimes in regular matches, but if you're running Infinite or Tournament, you'll probably see him here and there. But yeah, get Vegito. Next up, we have Gohan. I'm gonna put Gohan in Z+. He's not quite meta, but he could be. Gohan actually is a free placement unit with a very high placement damage. He has one of the highest placement damages in the game with Monarch or Deadeye. If you want, you can put him up here, but I personally will put him in Z+. Any unit that is below or 1,000 yen and below, or 2,000 yen and below, he literally gets a free placement. I don't know, I want to say it's like 1,600. I don't know off the top of my head. I can probably go just look it up, but yeah, Gohan, if you place anybody that's like 1,600 yen or below, Gohan will automatically place right next to them, and he does like 17,000 damage with Monarch on placement. It's ridiculous. Gohan is really good if you want that early wave one skip. He is good. He's very good utility. Last but not least, we have Lag Shooter. Lag Shooter is unusable to say the least. Lag Shooter is unusable. I can't just lag your game out when you place it. It's just, man, they could have made it anything else. They could have made it anything else. I understand the P shooter DMCA, man. You could have made it anything else, like water shooter or something. I don't know. Lag shooter is fun though. He's fun. Now that concludes the update 5 tier list. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put together a full tier list, time lapse it, and you guys can just see where all the units are in the whole game right here, right now. Let's go.
When a Virgil deciding the color the rest of your life. Bit too heavy to think like that, but on both sides leave thick impact. Get wise, arise, so it be best to.
All right, so this should be a general idea of what the tier list should look like. We got the godly, the meta, the Z+, the S, the A, the mid units, and the supports. Hopefully I got everything right here. I tried to put them in order just a little bit, but you know, again, just take it with a grain of salt. This is how strong these units are. You know, there's a lot of units in the game, and a lot of them are on the same tier and like just slightly better than each other, you know. But yeah, this is the update 5 tier list. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below, comment what you think, what would you change about this tier list. I'm open to suggestions, and subscribe. It's your boy LorTomo. Peace.
Wait.